In a small house, Miya Nakamura opens the front door and smiles as she watches the first snow of the season fall. Just then, her sick mother calls for her, so Miya quickly helps her back into bed. Her mother apologizes for making her work so hard, but Miya simply smiles and tells her not to worry. After giving her mom a warm hug, Miya heads into the village to earn some money. On the way home, she spots a beautiful purple flower and picks it, hoping it will make her mother smile. But before she can get home, her grandmother suddenly appears with heartbreaking news. Miya freezes in place as the flower slips from her hand. On the day of the year's first snowfall, her beloved mother passes away. With nowhere else to go, Miya says goodbye to her grandmother and leaves the only home she has ever known. As she walks away, she quietly wonders if her mother is happy in heaven. Starting today, she will be living with the Kanura family, her father's family. When Miya arrives at their huge mansion, she's left staring at it for a few seconds. This place is so big it probably has rooms bigger than her old house. She nervously walks inside, enters a dimly lit living room, and politely bows before introducing herself to the eldest daughter, Mara, the second daughter, Arisa, and their mother, Teru. Since they're all staring at her so seriously, Miya assumes they already hate her for being her father's illegitimate child. Whatever happens, she decides she'll simply accept it. The oldest sister immediately wrinkles her nose and says, "Wow, she smells." Then she points out Miya's messy hair and dirt-covered face, declaring that there's no way she can live with someone who looks like a walking dust ball. Miya quickly apologizes, expecting the worst. Instead, the sisters grab her and drag her away. For a second, it looks like they're about to throw her out. Nope, they're giving her a proper bath instead. After the bath, the sisters start arguing over which hairstyle and dress would look best on her, treating the whole thing like a fashion competition. Just as the argument reaches full speed, their mother calls out. The room instantly goes silent. The sisters nervously apologize, insisting they weren't fighting. Watching them panic, Miya assumes Teru must be the final boss of this house. With a serious expression, Teru tells Miya that the cellar has plenty of space and can be her room. Miya is actually grateful because, compared to sleeping outside, a cellar sounds pretty luxurious. But then Teru casually drops another surprise. Instead of putting Miya in the cellar, they'll move all of her father's books down there and turn his study into Miya's bedroom. Miya is so shocked she almost forgets how to blink. At dinner, Miya is too nervous to speak while her new stepsisters excitedly talk about showing her the flower garden and taking her shopping. Later, they clean the study, which is packed with books. Miya mistakenly assumes Mika dislikes preparing a room for an illegitimate child, but she's wrong again. The sisters divide the work perfectly, making Miya eager to help. While organizing the shelves, Mika learns that Miya can barely read or write because she never had the chance to receive a proper education. Instead of looking down on her, Mika excitedly says Miya gets to experience countless wonderful stories for the first time and immediately volunteers to teach her. Soon, Arisa joins in with another book, leading to a hilarious argument. Mika teases Arisa for loving depressing stories, while Arisa jokes that Mika only enjoys books where something explodes every few pages, leaving Miya completely unsure how to stop them. Later, Miya reveals she spent her childhood carrying heavy cargo for a merchant family instead of attending school. Worried she'll embarrass the Kanura family, she's surprised when Mika happily declares that having such a troublesome little sister just gives her more chances to spoil her and announces that lessons will begin immediately. While reading, Mika accidentally gets a paper cut, and Miya quickly hands her an old cloth to stop the bleeding. At first, Mika is disgusted by the worn fabric, but when she learns it belonged to Miya's late mother, she tearfully tells Miya to treasure it because it's one of the last precious memories her mother left behind. When a tiny blood stain gets on the cloth, Mika panics and desperately tries to clean it. Miya calmly tells everyone not to worry, saying it was already old and she had been thinking about replacing it anyway. Just then, Teru quietly appears out of nowhere once again. She gently reminds Miya that loving her new family doesn't mean letting go of her late mother. Using her remarkable embroidery skills, Teru transforms the worn-out cloth into a beautiful keepsake, preserving one of Miya's most precious memories. That night, Miya stays in the guest room while her new bedroom is being aired out. She's amazed by the luxurious room and soft bed, so different from the freezing attic where she once slept, as she remembers sharing a tiny bed with her mother, who always apologized for their hardships. Miya realizes she never cared as long as they were together, and the memories bring her to tears. Miya decided to freshen up and clear her mind. Since the mansion was so enormous, she hoped she'd be able to find the bathroom. Luckily, both of her stepsisters were already waiting outside, expecting exactly that, and happily guide her there and back. Back in her room, Miya admits she's too nervous to sleep. Mika says she hates it when people hide their true feelings, and the sisters suddenly leave. Thinking she's upset them, Miya rushes out to apologize, only to find them waiting outside with their own beds, snacks, and games. Realizing Miya didn't want to be alone, they decide to have a sleepover until she feels safe enough to fall asleep. Overwhelmed, Miya repeatedly thanks them. The sisters laugh and tell her to stop calling them young ladies and simply call them her sisters instead. When Miya shyly calls them Sister Arisa and Sister Mika, both of them light up with joy. Just then, Teru casually appears through yet another hidden door, revealing that secret passages connect her room to every room in the mansion. As everyone talks, Miya wonders if it's really okay to think of them as her family. She nervously tries to call Teru mother, but Teru gently stops her, explaining that Miya never has to replace the mother who lovingly raised her. Lifting Miya's chin, she reassures her that she'll never have to feel guilty for cherishing those memories, then warmly tells her that if she wants, she can simply call her Mommy. The next morning, Miya wakes up bright and early, grabs a broom, and immediately looks for something to clean. Old habits really die hard. While walking through the mansion, she hears Teru talking to someone behind a door. Curious, Miya steps inside and is shocked to find her grandmother, Lady Yasu. Yasu begs Miya to return home, tearfully admitting that after losing her daughter, she was consumed by grief and made the mistake of letting Miya go. Once she came to her senses, she realized she couldn't abandon the only family her daughter had left behind. However, she believes a commoner like Miya could never truly fit into the prestigious Kanura family and would only become a burden. Miya sadly agrees, convinced that her lack of education will only embarrass the family. Thinking it would be better to leave for her sister's sake, she's immediately stopped by them. Sensing what she's about to do, they refuse to let her sacrifice her happiness again. Teru then asks the only question that matters, "What do you want?" After gathering her courage, Miya admits she wants to stay. She promises to study hard and do everything she can not to cause trouble. Teru smiles and reminds her that families naturally inconvenience each other. Sometimes that's simply what being a family means, and blood has nothing to do with it. With the matter settled, Teru warmly tells Yasu she's always welcome to visit Miya. However, Teru notices Yasu seems unusually desperate to take Miya back and jokingly asks if she'd already promised to send Miya to work for another merchant family. Yasu's flustered reaction reveals the joke hit the truth, and she quickly leaves. Before going, she quietly warns Miya that not everyone in the Kanura family may accept her, and if life there ever becomes too painful, the Nakamura house will always be her home. The next morning, Mika scolds Miya for disappearing without saying good morning, admitting she spent the entire morning worried after finding her gone. As the sisters start bickering, Teru calmly stops them and casually announces they'll be holding a welcome party for Miya that evening. That night, the dining table is filled with a magnificent feast. For someone who once struggled just to survive, it feels almost unreal. Later, Miya watches the snow fall outside and quietly thinks, "Mother, even though the days here are still cold, my new family has filled them with warmth." I heard that you addicted to them